What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for a thrilling episode. This one's going to be fun because I feel like there's going to be some combat on the breeze. I really do feel like we're probably going to do a bit of the old ass kicking in this one, so jump right in, let's do this thing. And as you recall, we had arrived back in the slums to help Coyote find her cousin, who is a major chiphead, but we're going to try and bail him out here. So together, Paco, Woogie, Coyote, and I are going to see what kind of damage we can cause to these gangbangers. So Coyote says, "Thanks for meeting us, Splattercat. I owe you one." "No sweat. I figured you could use the backup." "Yeah, you never know what sort of firepower to expect in one of these BTL squats." She brightens up. "Oh, hey, listen, I've got good news for you. You know Sam's sister, Jessica? One of my contacts found her while you were away out there. I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. I hope that helps." "Good job, thanks." She looks at you with her scarred face soft. "It's the least I can do." "Alright, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of the squats past that door up ahead. I hear there's a whole lab set up in there. From my experience, there's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, I don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty, so stay on guard. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out." "Right behind you, babe. Let's do this." So, let's do quick stock really quickly. Actually, I don't know if it'll let me. Let's cycle through really fast. And so we can look at everybody's equipment, and I'd like to be informed on what we have going for us. So us, completely and totally stocked and ready to roll. We've also got a nice little money clip going. We've got over 5 grand. Wish my bank account looked like that. God, those would be the days, would they not? We've got our good friend Paco. He's got an Uzi 3, a baseball bat, okay. He's got a concussion grenade, a major advanced med kit, and a normal med kit. His girlfriend Coyote. Oh, they even, if you look really closely at her face, you can kind of see the scars in there. That's pretty cool. She's got a Benelli Raffaello. That's actually pretty cool that they actually use the real names of the firearms. I wonder how much they had to pay to use Benelli, or is it Bernelli? I forget the name of the shotgun company. Maybe they dropped the R, but I'm pretty sure it's Benelli, and they actually just use the name of the firearm. But she's got 2 concussion grenades, a smoke grenade, and 2 medkits, so yikes. They gave our characters a lot of stuff. I don't know what we're walking into here, but let's, I guess, press forward. There's no way to, I mean, there's a sheer drop-off right here. We're on top of buildings, so I don't really think there's a way out. Let's talk to this guy right here, the BTL clocker. The orc looks twitchy, his eyes rolling in his head. He scans the 3 of you, looks past to see if there are others, licks his lips and nods throughout as if going through some internal checklist. "Oi, oi, how you doing? Good for a day trip, ain't it?" She leans in and whispers in your ear. "This guy's a clocker. Trades work time for chips. Part salesman, part lookout. Probably has a signal device for the guys inside. You want to go on a ride?" "You sell BTLs, right?" He grins a lopsided grin. "Oh yeah, chummer. Oh yeah, better than life. Definitely better. Dream chips, mind benders, sim stim, sim sense without peak limits, high octane intensity. What kind of rides can I go on?" "Oh, we got it all of it. We got it all. Yeah, what you gonna do? What, you want to do some crime? You want to do bad? We can hook you up. You don't roll that way? Want to be a hero? Be a hero. We got fairy tale Drek chummers love. You name it. And you can slag and frag to your heart's content. That's the real thing, right? Slagging and fragging don't matter what type as long as there's slagging involved, right?" Coyote's eyes are hard, her pupils tight little pinpricks of hate. "You do snuff too, don't you?" The clocker looks around more nervous now. "Maybe, yeah. Maybe, for the right price, you can feel it. What it's like to die. What it's like to kill. Just let me in. I'll see you around after this. I'll probably see you lots." Okay, so I guess he's just letting us in. That was a little bit easier than expected, but I suppose we'll take our time with this. Who knows what could actually go down once we get in here, so looks like there's a guy with a shotgun over there. Let's talk to the concerned woman. Not a lot of concern going around in this building, so if there's somebody concerned, they're probably out of place. The woman is probably in her 30s, but hard times have aged her. She looks at you with concern. "Don't do it, friends. Don't slot that Drek they're selling. BTLs are killers. Theirs most of all. Sound like you know from experience." She pulls her hair back to show you. No implant. Then her mouth tightens and her eyes well up in tears. "I do. I know. I lost my husband. I lost my son. I lost my daughter. They use her to record." Tears stream down her face. "You have a pass card to get in there?" "No, but Jamal has. My son's card. Took it off him. Well, took it off him when his brain fried. Jamal's down the hall. I don't know if he'll give it up, but that's between you and him." "What kind of guards do they have on this place?" She looks around frightened and whispers. "They're serious. This place is backed by the Yakuza. Japanese mafia. Oh man. How many and what kind of firepower?" "There's a guy on the door, Charlie. He sells the passes to get in. He's not tough, blind in one eye. There's another 5 or so wandering around. 2 of them are bad news and covered in magical signals. Mean. She's amped and ready. 5 or 6? That's not so bad. We have surprise on our side. Any chipheads in the lab? Yep, all day, all night, and they can be dangerous too. Chipheads dangerous? Once someone's chipped, they can send them any program they want and make them do whatever. Turn them into whores, killers, anything. We're looking for a kid named Gino. You know him? Who doesn't? He's in here all the time. Gino's a clocker and trades his time for chips, like their little errand boy. I saw him going there this morning. He hasn't come out, so I imagine he's riding a dream ship. Alright, we gotta go. So let's go. You know, I'm gonna go for the direct approach. Forget all this madness. We got our Vice City shirt on. We got our shoebies rocking. Let's get our machine gun clicking away and see how many of these guys we can geek before things go sour. Charlie's an orc with an expression of boredom and one milky eye. He drones through his standard pattern. Need a pass? 50 new yen each, 150 for the lot of you. That'll let you come and go as you please. You can chip in there and we'll keep you safe while you ride. BTL chips are separate cost. Last about 3 hours. Prices vary. You can buy those in there too. And Sucker Punch in the blind eye. And so down he goes. 4 AP used up. And so that little dude's gonna run away. He's knocked out cold. Now if we fire our weapons, we got a problem. There's gonna be a bunch of dudes running in to come and get us, but I don't really see an option. I don't know if they said 5 or 6, so I figure we kill one now, we get into cover, we see how it goes. So there's 25 damage on him already. And Paco, let's move you into cover, and then we'll have you take a burst fire shot at 91%. So he's down. And so he dropped the thing that we need. I'm gonna have Coyote jump into cover really quickly. I probably should have considered doing the same thing with my character. But what you gonna do? Oh no. Yeah, this isn't gonna end well for me. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna burst fire again. We're point blank, so we might as well. Actually, no, let's get cover first. Let's get cover. We really need to be up and away from all this, or at least down and behind a box from all this. Shoot him in the back of his head. It was a weak shot, didn't really get the job done. Let's have Paco use a spray and pray. So there's a 7 out of 7, and he's got 1 burst left in him. We gotta kill at least 1 guy on this go, so there we go. There's 7 damage down. We've got Coyote ready to roll with a shotgun. She's got kneecap, which reduces their AP by 1, but also reduces damage by 3. And it can hit people within 6 ranges, so that's a pretty wide burst. She's also got aim shot, which we don't need to use, so I guess I'll just have her... Oh no, you hit my robot? What are you doing? Oh, you got a 24 damage. God, she's packing heat. And so my robot is now not looking so well off. Let's go ahead and... I thought he couldn't get shot unless he was in combat, but it's okay. I think we should be able to drop some of these guys right here. Let's put him back on burst fire. Not enough ammo, so he's gonna have to reload with one of his turns. And then he's gonna have to take a shot right now. So he's down. And so I think we're out of combat. The Doberman drone, I don't know how to repair him. He was pretty cheap anyways, and we're due for an upgrade, so I'm not gonna stress too much if Woogie gets blown up. We'll make a Woogie 2.0. You pick up a worn and mangled notebook. It smells of sweat and alcohol. We leaf through it. The notebook contains lists of illegal SimSense rides and the names of clients who have purchased them. Look for interesting names. The better-than-life rides run the gamut from fantasies like I Can Fly to real-life recordings such as Bum Killer. The list of rides doesn't seem to have much of value. Look for client names. Upon further examination, the client list is more than a simple list of names. It also contains private information about some of the more well-to-do or connected clientele. It may be that the syndicate behind this lab is directing certain clients here to secretly extract information from them while they are under the influence. Well, that or just so you have them under your thumb, you can manipulate somebody with information like that. So let's go ahead and take the notebook with us. We'll sell it to the first buyer. I saw a guy running here. Let's go down and see if he's trouble or not. It doesn't look like he's going to give us problems, so that's good. It's one less body bag we have to zip up before we get out of here. Let's take a look around. Be very careful as we enter, because we're probably going to get ourselves into more trouble. They said 5 or 6. And right now, if you're keeping count, we're at 3. So let's look at our karma really quickly. Make sure that everything's looking good. Now, our decory skills. Everything's up to 5, so we're doing well there. Biotech might be an interesting thing to pump up too and act as kind of a faux medic for the group if we can. The biotech skill increases the amount of hit points you heal when you use a med kit. It can be very, very useful. Alright, so ESP control, not worried about that. Drone combat might be nice, just to make our drone more badass, but not gonna stare at that for too long. Chi casting, no. Charisma, might be worthwhile to up the charisma later on. Charisma is a very multi-purpose skill for most Shadowrunners. Just something to think about. You get new etiquettes as you level it too, which unlock all kinds of options and things of that nature. For now, I think we need to get ourselves squared away as a combatant, though. So I'm gonna go rifle 3, so we have full auto. We'll test that out in just a little bit. We'll go range combat 4, and from there I don't think we have anything else that we can spend on, so let me go ahead and confirm those, and then go to my inventory. How beat up am I right now? How can I tell where my injuries are at? Injuries? Hit points 21? I don't know if that's my adjusted hit points or what. We're wounded 9. Okay, so let's definitely throw a medkit on him before we go into any further combat situations. Activate a medkit on myself, confirm it, and there we are. So now we're back up and ready for combat. Take a look around this room right here, make sure everything is kosher. And I'm still not completely sure about how the Doberman works. I'm gonna do my best from here. I'll probably research it on the internet, figure out exactly how I can use this little bad boy. We've got a couple guys here who are unaware of us. There's not a lot of cover to think about back here. Falling back may be a good option. Getting people behind crates and things. Yikes. Getting somebody behind here possibly, and then people... It's tough to tell. I don't know how much cover they're going to give me for the time being. The entire floor of this tenement has been given over to a chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out Decker argues loudly with an armed thug, abruptly falling silent as they turn towards you. The shotgun-wielding thug squeaks in panic. "It's that crew that took over Stevie J's place! I told you it was only a matter of time!" The man with the cyberdeck calmly speaks with a heavily digitized voice. "You messed with the wrong BTL lab, Aho. This is a Yakuza operation. With a push of a button, I can make these tweakers into my own personal killer puppets. You're fragged. Splattercat, don't attack the chipheads. They don't know what they're doing and you could hurt Gino." I can't promise no chipheads will die. If they come at me, they get blasted. Paco says he has a concussion grenade, better than fragging the tweakers if they get caught in the middle. So we'll consider using those if we have to. And dance for me. Okay, so here we go into combat. Let's see. Oh my god, there's a lot of them, and we can't hurt any of the normal clothed people. Just all things to think about. I think what I'll do is let's take a burst fire at that BTL operator. One down. Lovely. We're in a spot that I like now. So let's go ahead and shift Paco into cover. The one rule about this game that you'll notice is that the main character can't die. If your main character gets killed, you're completely and totally screwed. So be careful about that. Paco, I don't know how many of them there are. There's 3 right there. We may have to fall back with Paco. That may have been a misjudgment on my part. Let's go ahead and have her step into the room. And let's go to our inventory over here on the right. The concussion grenades take 2, so we can't really use those right now. But what we might consider is blasting that dude. Okay, so we got a little bit of damage off there, not so bad. He's probably going to return fire on us. Yep, so there it is. Shotguns are pretty powerful, so we want to make sure that those get dealt with. The tweakers aren't going to have an amazing attack ratio, I don't think. They should miss a lot. Ooh, okay, and they got another guy off on the right. Oh, these pips right here are the enemies. Okay, so all things to consider. Let's see what we can do with a burst fire on... Oh, we lost an action point, it looks like. I'm actually going to spend this turn falling back, I think. Getting out of line of sight. Let's go ahead and fall back to there. Paco, you do likewise. Just get as far out of line of sight as possible. And then Coyote can take a shot at... Oh, that's a chiphead, so we can't take a shot at her. Coyote's got a 50% chance. Take a shot at him. There we go. 6 extra damage. And then we'll have her... Oh, it cost us both her action points. That's weak. Or maybe she got hit with a concussion. Maybe that's what it was. She got shotgunned. That's what did it. I always forget that there's added effects in this game. Just things to think about. She's going to take another hit for 5 there. We want to stay the hell away from mages. Mages are terrifying in this game. So, stay away from him. That lady's gonna conjure that. That's gonna be able to move the first turn, which sucks. It sucks big time. I wish they didn't get to, but they do. Gets to attack twice, actually. Okay. So let's go ahead and swap over to her first and get her clear as quickly as possible. And then those are all chip heads. So what we'll consider doing is we can't use a frag grenade. What we can do is use a concussion grenade. Oh no, they're not in range properly. I can't bounce off of corners or anything you could realistically do with a grenade, like throw it over in this corner with the line of sight. So what we'll do is we'll back off the grenade then. Let's put Paco in cover right there and get him ready for when they come out. We'll take Splattercat and we'll put him behind cover right there. Paco still has a movement, but he can't hit anything. So I'll probably have him... Yikes. We gotta get Coyote out of there too. Will it allow me to... Oh, she only has one movement point left, that's right. So let's put her right there for now. It's a little bit of cover. It's not the best we could ask for, but it's something. But we're gonna have to take some time out and heal for a moment. Hopefully the chip heads pile up. I'm really hoping they pile up and they tunnel vision. If they don't, this is going to be a problem because we need to grenade them. He's going to take a pot shot. He's going to cast through a wall, it appears, which is a little cheesy. She's going to step up to the front. And if I can kill her... Let me try that. If I can kill her, her summon goes bye-bye. And down she goes with a full auto blast. I thought I was using a burst fire. The full auto appears to have done a bunch of damage to everybody around. Now we've got Paco in position right now to throw a concussion grenade. And that's a tough spread to judge. I can't see... I know I'm gonna get at least... We'll get the ones that are closer, hopefully. There we go. And so that should handle them, I think. As far as I know, throwing frag grenades might knock somebody out. I'm not positive, though. Since she's still taking fire, what I would suggest is that we consider getting her into extreme cover. And she can take kind of a random half-hearted shot at him. Which, you know, it was worth a shot. Like 40-something%. We used aim shot, so the chance of the hit was increased a little bit. And the concussion grenade does not appear to have helped at all. Yikes. Okay. So we are going to have to move then. And he got hit with... God, this sucks. Not being able to kill these guys is just the worst. I suppose I'll sit here and risk getting punched in the face. That's all I can really do for the time being. Let's go ahead and take 2 shots at the BTL guard. 15 damage off on him. Paco's gonna have to move because he's got like 2 melee guys on him, and if they just start wailing on him, it's gonna turn into a mess really, really quickly. She's got a shot left in her. So we will take it, and it's not a kill. 24 damage and still no death? Yikes. I'm actually gonna have her use a med kit on herself. Just to make sure we're okay. It looks like she has some kind of medical skill, so that should get her squared away. Shotgunner we should probably get rid of. He's doing a lot of damage per hit. The chip heads I don't think are going to be able to be very accurate anyways while trying to hit me, so we'll kind of live with that situation for the time being. We don't have the ammo for full auto, but they're all grouped up. Let's look at somebody else right now and see if they have hand grenades or anything like that. He's got no hand grenades. Coyote might, though. But it'll use up 2. So yeah, not worth the effort there. Let's go ahead and reload. We're going to take our shot at him, because I want Shotgun Guy gone. So there's 12 damage to him. We're all out of ammo this turn, or are we just all kind of... Okay, we're all limited, but not out. So maybe I can kill 2 with 1 go here. Okay, so 2 down with 1 go. That leaves Paco here to take shots at the Mage. And so I want the Mage to go away. And so that's 7 damage, 7 more. He missed all of his off shots though, so... Okay, and so he used his turn to heal the last amount of damage that he took. which that's his prerogative. He can definitely do that, and it's back on us. I'm going to use an advanced med kit to get myself completely and totally treated, because if our character dies, that's it. That's pretty much game over for us. So take an aim shot at the Yakuza Mage, 10 more damage. Hopefully we can kill him off this turn. I'm going to step Paco forward, so at the bare minimum they can't sit there and just swing away at me. How is that out of LOS? That seems... I'm skeptical of that result. I'm very, very skeptical. She can't take a shot because she'll hit Paco, so I'm just going to move her up and away from all these chip heads. He's going to punch my robot. That's fine, punch the robot, I don't care. Mage is going to retreat, and he's probably going to take a pot shot at somebody. Alright. There's a few enemies left. I need to get my main character out of there, so robot's going to follow him, get a freebie move. And Paco and Coyote are going to try and lay this guy out. So let's continue burst firing on him. Not the best chances, but he's down. Okay, good. And so let's get everybody in here and see how we can shut off these chip heads. Oh, we gotta get that guy too. Okay, so let's step up and in and see. Hopefully nobody else comes out of the side rooms. Counting 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth with the Decker. That fight got a little sloppy. The stipulation that I can't kill any of the chip heads is what made that a big, big issue. Now, this Decker right here, he's slotted in at the moment. He's actually chipped in. There's nothing he can do to fight back. We basically can walk right up to him, put a gun against his head, and end this whole thing. So let's get everybody lined up in cover and reloaded. And then we'll take our shots here. Shot number 1 is a miss. Shot number 2 is a very nice hit, though. Shotguns appear to have very low accuracy, but they seem to hurt just like crazy. They seem to just get the job done, I guess. Let me see if I can do something with this computer over here. Oh, it's a matrix system. Lovely. So we may actually do a little bit of adventuring there. We can jack into the Matrix. I don't have any programs, actually, so no, we're not. If I had any programs, I would definitely consider it. Nothing, huh? Paco, you are killing me, bud. I should probably aim shot or something in this situation, but... There we go. So he's all nice and taken care of. We got to get to that BTL computer and shut everybody down now. And that was a pretty long combat as far as this game goes. I'm going to sprint my way over here, Woogie in tow. And hopefully we can get, there we go, so it should be done. The Better Than Life database management system. We can forcibly end the BTLs, or we can gently wind down the puppets. I'm going to do that one since it gave me the green option there with our decking skill. And so we're out of the woods. Very nice, guys. That combat went very well. I was feeling a little overwhelmed there for just a moment, but all things considered, not bad. And so we got, how much? We only got 1 karma for a combat that deep? That's brutal. Alright, well it looks like we found Gino, so let's see what he's got to say. There's 2 more karma, so 3's not so bad. Yeah, he doesn't look so good. He's got a definitely kind of meth head look going on. You eject the BTL Gino's been riding. He gasps suddenly and his eyes flutter open. He looks confused, worse than the other chip heads you've seen. His lips are white and chapped, his eyes sunk into his head. There's vomit on his shirt and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred. He's burnt. What the hell? You slotted me out? Who fragging slotted me out? Coyote is shaking. She looks horrified. Gino, it's me. It's Carla. Gino looks at her with glazed eyes. No recognition. Slot me back in, goddammit. This is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in. He looks around the room angrily. His hand reaches for his implant. Coyote grabs his wrist and stops him. Gino. No. Coyote, be careful. Gino wrenches his wrist from Coyote's grasp and staggers backwards, reaches underneath his shirt and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches him, horrified with tears in her eyes. Gino waves it around, blinking wildly. Back off! Just back the hell off! Hey, take it easy, Gino. We're backing off. He presses his hands to the sides of his head. His finger is still on the trigger and he squints. What the hell is wrong with you people? We're trying to help you. This is the way you help me? Look at this place! Look at me! He looks around at the squalor of the room, then glances his own reflection in the machinery. Oh God. Look at me. Put the gun down, Gino. Come with us. No, you don't understand what it's like out here. I'm naked. I gotta slot in. I gotta get away. He points the gun at Coyote. You're not gonna stop me. I'll fraggin' kill you first. Gino, no! I'm sorry, Carla. I'm so sorry. Coyote looks to you, tears in her eyes. He was shooting. You had to take him out. I'm not stopping. Not now, not ever. She looks at Paco, back at you. The angel of death. A real rain is coming to Seattle, and it's gonna wash the scum off the streets. I'm gonna burn every mother-fragging BTL shop in the sprawl until they're gone. Every motherfragging one. Yikes. Well, that probably could have gone better, but you know, circumstances. That's why the game has the save system it has. I'm not a huge fan of the save system, but that's why it is what it is. So you can't reload. You've got to live with your decisions. And while I'm not happy with the result, it should open up some interesting gameplay decisions. So looking for trouble. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper. Okay, so we're back on the Ripper case. But getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the dreck hits the fan. The Seamstress Union will gladly have what you need. A fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the Nuyen. It's their job to have contacts who know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need. Magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, or Nova hot deckers for matrix work. Running the shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners that you can. And so with that said, for the next part, I don't think we're going to have time. The way that the game works with saving is I have to break these off at a reasonable spot. Like if we do a bunch of conversation and story, I have to redo it again before I can record. There's no I can't manually save the game after we finish the episode. So these spots where it zones us into new areas are where it auto saves. And so I'm always going to break off at one of these spots. Now, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle. It has been a blast. That was a fun episode. I was on the edge of my seat. My palms were getting a little sweaty. It was a good fight. That was a good one. I enjoyed that one tremendously. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody. And I'll see you in the next episode.